Raya and the Last Dragon is the 59th animated feature film from Disney. Firstly, I have to say the animation is beautiful. The fluid motions of the dragon Sisu are incredible. The combat sequences are also a thing of beauty to watch. I can only imagine how many months of planning that took to get right, even before the animation started. I really hope we get a behind the scenes look at how the film was made, like we received for Frozen 2, because I would love to see how they filmed reference and animated those scenes. Although it might be difficult to get behind the scenes look, as I believe that a huge portion of this film was done at home due to the pandemic. This makes you appreciate the animation even more, as it must have been extra challenging to animate from home without seeing the rest of the team every day in the corridors and that morale boost. Let's talk about the story. 500 years before the plot of the story takes place, Kamandra was a growing land, and then evil spirits called the Droon began to ravage everything. It turned people into stone, leaving nothing behind. The dragons of the land used their magic to create an orb that stopped the Droon and restored everyone back to life. However, this led to people fighting over the orb because of its power. This split the land into tribes. The name of their tribe relate to different parts of the dragon. So we have Fang, Heart, Tail, Spine and Talon. The Heart tribe acquired the orb and has been guarding it ever since. That brings us to the start of the film, with a young Raya and her father, Chief Benya, inviting the other tribes for a feast. His dream is to reunite all the tribes to become one land again. Shenanigans happen, because what are humans without conflict? And the gem is broken into separate pieces, and that's where our film truly begins. The film is directed by Don Hall and Carles Lopez Estrada. Don Hall is known for directing The Winnie the Pooh from 2011 and Big Hero 6. He also co-directed Moana with Ron Clements and John Musker being the main directors. This is Carles Lopez Estrada's first time directing a Disney film. He was in the creative leadership team for Frozen 2. The film is set in a fantasy land called Kamandra, inspired by Southeast Asian cultures of Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia and the Philippines. The filmmakers and the production team travelled to all these countries to do background research on the film. This always adds an extra layer to the film. James Newton Howard composed the score for Raya and the Last Dragon. Some of the famous films he has done the score for are Pretty Woman, Space Jam and The Dark Knight. This film marks the 4th time that he has scored an animated film for the Walt Disney Animation Studios. He previously composed for Dinosaur, Atlantis the Lost Empire and Treasure Planet. His score is absolutely incredible, and there are moments in this film where I can feel the mood and the emotion, and it's not necessarily because of the animation, but because the music is so strong. Let's talk about the characters. Kelly Marie Tran plays Raya. You might know Tran better as Rose from the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Tran does an incredible job bringing Raya to life. Her dialogue has such sincerity to it. It is so easy to feel compassion for this character, which means we are in for the journey with her the whole time, and this is so important for the film. The rest of the characters are strong in this film too. Aquafina, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, portrays the dragon Sisu. Sisu is a goofy, young water dragon, and she's the last of her kind. She brings a lot of the humour to the story, and I was constantly laughing from her dialogue and her actions. A 10-year-old character called Born helps the characters out in his boat restaurant called Shrimporium. I could see this becoming a really cool themed restaurant in Disneyland. The film has a really nice theme throughout. The theme is about working together to make the land a better place. There is also a theme of trust running throughout the film. Raya doesn't trust people because of the separation between the tribes. Sisu is there to try and build her trust in people. I think you will be moved by the lead up to the ending of this movie. It sends a really good message. I definitely think this film is worth watching, and I think it's worth the price of £20 in the UK or $30 in America. I feel like I got more for my money from this than Mulan. Raya does a great job of fitting in with the already incredible catalogue of Disney animated films. My only negative is that I would have liked to see some songs throughout the film, because I'm a huge fan of the Disney musical. I think the Disney musicals have more of a rewatchable quality, as you can revisit the songs. I also appreciate that there will be people out there who enjoy that it isn't a musical. The next Disney animated musical will be Encanto, with music written by Lin-Manuel Miranda of Hamilton fame. I cannot wait to hear the music that Lin has written for this film. It has been released at the end of this year, in November 2021. Let me know if you'd like me to do a spoiler review for the film. Come check out some of my other videos if you love learning facts about the animated Disney movies.